and then Brian Habana. That's not where South Africa want their speedster. But they've got plenty of pace elsewhere, including the forwards.
Stay on your feet, lads, please.
And now South Africa penalised for not staying on their feet at the breakdown, and they were flying in.
Yeah. No control there. I mean, there's a school of thought that thinks if you're the team in attack going forward, then a bit of leeway should be allowed, but you've got to make an effort to stay on your feet. You can't dive off, because that's the path to ceiling, and it's also the path to just wiping out defenders.
Got to hit it up, please, okay? Go.
Another 80,000 plus crowd here then at Twickenham. And the majority of them set to leave disappointed. Ballfoot launching that one back to Harry Ellis and Toby Flood. But it gets a round of applause. There's nothing wrong with it, but England are going to need a whole lot more.
Well, I guess it's a worry for England. They just don't believe they can strike from 75 metres against this magnificent defence. It's a good kick, but it ain't taking them anywhere.
And here's a moment. Jordan Crane is coming on. Jordan Crane of Leicester winning his first international cap. England debut at Twickenham against the world champions. That will sound good. He pressed so well at the Churchill Cup in the summer and was man of that series. But it won't look as good to Jordan Crane. Here's the scoreboard. Saki.
Much better game Paul Saki's played this week.
Cipriani, the Flood, and Noon on the wing. And South Africa very comfortable there with their defence. Here's Crane.
Move 5.
Ellis. Cipriani. Saki. Oh, and he's dropping those. It is going horribly wrong.
This capture, Brian Smith wanted width, and I went in today, England have gone for a lot of width, but some of the passing is very slow and loopy, unless you're fizzing those balls. Look at the South Africans there, 3 of them get across, and Cipriani himself has been involved. This is actually much flatter, that's a better ball, and Saki should be taking that, but Paul Saki is getting a little bit flat as well. They're trying to get width, and they're not coming from depth, and the passing overall is not accurate enough, and it's not fast enough.
And South Africa again operating in this match with 14 men. They're without their fullback. Lost a prop earlier.
And it doesn't feel that way, and that's perhaps the indictment of England and the praise of South Africa's effort.
I think if anything, South Africa were their strongest during the Simbian periods.
One of these teams who build on it. It's a bit like, I hate to go back to 2003, it seems a long time ago when England went to Wellington and beat New Zealand with 2 men in Sinbin then. But that was a team who believed in themselves, and this is an England team where self-belief is in short supply, and it's, we're going to talk about technique, all sorts of things, but they've got to get something up top that says we can win big matches, because New Zealand are coming after this lot.
England won't be thinking this at the moment, but South Africa will. There's a Lions issue here. South Africa stated that before the tour. They wanted to leave having made an unbeaten impression. First South African touring side since Nick Mallett's team in '97. They will be to leave Europe unbeaten on that tour. The Lions mean so much to South Africa. It's right up there with the World Cup for them. For England, there's a world ranking issue with the World Cup draw on the horizon December the 1st. With England trying to get back into the top 4 by winning this match.
Well, they might be ranked top 4, but had England won this game 9-4, they're not in the top 4 teams in the world at the moment. And teams like Wales below them must be shaking their head and saying, how does this system work? England right now do not look anything other than a mid-table Six Nations team. They've got a lot of work to do at the end of autumn.
And that certainly wouldn't have been part of England's preparation for this game. Thinking about the World Cup rankings.
No.
South Africa going through again in the shape of Steyn. Habana, he's got De Villiers to his left, he's given it. John De Villiers, oh, he could have gone left. Tackling from England was good, it was just in the nick of time, but will it be a try anyway? That is Mujati. January and Berger almost there. It feels inevitable. Can England prevent it? Yes, they can. And it's away from Flood.
Well, Flood had to just clear the lines there. But you did feel South Africa were going to score, and once again they opened England up so easily, and the contrast between the two teams is frightening at the moment. Francois Steyn, very powerful there. Cipriani, I'm afraid, allows him to go on the outside. He backs his pace to stop him, but Steyn's gone too far, and that's when the support runners like Habana and De Villiers are coming in. You can't let him get over the gain line and then haul him back by the shirt. That's poor defending. It's brilliant running by Steyn. Box should have scored that one.
Bit head down from De Villiers, who'd be disappointed with that, although he didn't really have very long to get any sort of pass away. England did well to get back, showed once again total commitment. No problem on that score. Just as you say, it needs so much more. Becker. January. Mujati.
Well, the crowd think he's beast, but he's not. He's Brian Mujati.
Turnover, unfair.
Mini beast. Not that many. There is the beast.
Tom Rees hasn't stopped, all day. He's been my pick of the English players.
Keep up, England. Stay on your feet. Rock called.
Ellis. Cipriani. Noonan Armitage. Well, we're approaching that point where assessments have to be made.
Well, it's going to be a very gloomy prognosis for England, isn't it? 14-28 at home last week, 6-30 this week. England are finding it very hard to score tries. They're finding it very hard today to make opportunities.
And during those Simbin periods, England have failed to register a point. Conrad Junchez is back on the field now, out of the Simbin. And South Africa starting to hand around a few caps. Pele had obviously come on before to win his third cap. He's back on now. And Smith going off, and Pierre Spies has gone off, and there's a new name to international rugby, Heinrich Brousseau, his first cap.
Stay on your feet.
Look at Berger still going in. Now Steyn, well, he should be fresh, but Berger's arrived again.
What an appetite.
There's a line there somewhere, but we'll avoid it. Here's Monya. Over the top. January. Straight to Cipriani. Who's going to come on this at pace? Well, Dylan Hartley slips it to Crane and then Flood. Once again, England in the realms of consolation when it certainly isn't a consolation. Monya. Armitage and Shaw trying to give the crowd something to shout about. That's probably the best way of looking at these things. Players certainly don't see it as a consolation, do they?
No, I'm already thinking it's New Zealand coming up next Saturday. England could do with a score just to start thinking about that.